my pro tip for today is free throws, the techniques, and the form. When you're shooting free throws, there are two ways to shoot it. There are two ways to form your feet. There's a little black dot in the middle of every court, and it's the little nail that shows you where the middle of the rim is. Some people if they're left-handed, put their left foot on the dot and spread their feet shoulder width apart and shoot it. But that's for left-handed people. If they're right-handed, they put their right foot on the dot and spread their feet to where the right foot is ahead of the left foot, and they can shoot it from here. But me personally, I like to put the dot in the middle of my feet. And since I'm right-handed, I have my right foot forward and I have my left foot back. Now when you're shooting your free throws, you have to make sure that you're getting low and you're keeping your elbow, when you're shooting, you're keeping your elbow tight. So when you're shooting, you keep your elbow tight and you're getting low. And when you shoot it, you go straight up and have a lot of arc in your shot because you don't want a flat shot. So you have a lot of arc in your shot, and at the end you hold your follow through and make sure you don't fade from the line after you're done shooting your free throw. Now some people don't dribble, some people do this, but me personally, I take 3 dribbles, gather the ball, look at the rim, get my form correct, and shoot the ball. When you're shooting free throws, usually you want to have a routine, because if you don't have a routine, every free throw is going to be different. So when you have a routine, you want to have every free throw be the same. So my routine is 3 dribbles, making sure that my feet are parallel and squared up to my body, and making sure that I'm getting low, and I have my the L in my arm, and that I hold my follow through until the ball goes in. Some people say hold your follow through until even if you miss, but I feel like if you miss the shot, why hold your follow through? So if you're gonna shoot the ball and you miss it, put the follow through down and go back on defense. So when you're shooting your free throw though, make sure that your hands, me personally, I put my hands on these lines right here. And I have bigger hands than most people, so my hands take up 2 of those lines and I can grip the ball. But sometimes, I guess, if you have a smaller hand, you still want to be on the line, and you want to shoot with your index finger, pointing at the rim. So when you're shooting, but you don't want the ball in your palms. This is the last thing you want, is the ball in your palms. You want it to where it's on your fingertips. So when you're shooting, it's at your fingertips. A lot of things goes into missing free throws, as the atmosphere, the crowd, how you're feeling that day. If the crowd is really loud, it's a really big guy with his shirt off and with paint, screaming curse words and things at you. But it's all about concentration, and when you miss a free throw, you have to think back to your routine and which ways when you were shooting your free throws right and you were making them, what made you make them, and then you'll keep making your free throws. When you're shooting your free throws, you want to look at the back of the rim, because that's where you want the ball to hit the front of. Because if you look at the front of the rim, then when you shoot your free throw is going to hit the front of the rim and it's going to be short. So you want to look at the back of the rim and try to get it over the front of the rim, so it can be an all-net shot or a good shot where it goes in. Never, when you're shooting your free throws, make sure you don't run back. When you run back, that's taking the power out of your shot. So when you're shooting it, you have to stay in the shot. To become a great free throw shooter, it's all about repetition, and it's all about taking your time and doing the same thing over and over. When I try to get better at my free throws, I like to at the end of practice, I like to make 7 free throws in a row. Because if you can't make 7 free throws in a row, then you're not going to make them in the game. So I stay there until I make 7 in a row. So when I'm shooting, I have to make 7 in a row. And if I don't, then I keep going until I do. Now I'm going to shoot 3 free throws and show you exactly how to do it. That's the correct way to shoot a free throw.